We have 3 persons that started Royal Q recently. Okay, so I'm going to start. Royal Q is an artificial intelligence robot. You understand? That helps us to trade crypto, trade the spot, also trade the futures. You understand? When they started with sports, and with time they added features to it. So the robot's using a function called the margin calls to effect, because you might say, what if I enter a coin and the coin starts going down? What will happen? You understand? So RareQ designed the AI robot to be able to buy the dip. If you are new to crypto, you'll be hearing, you must have heard people saying, buy the dip, buy the dip. The dip is always when coins are going down. That is the meaning of buying the dip. So here in RareQ, the robot helps us to buy the dip, whether you are trading sports or whether you are trading futures. Okay? So the first I've explained what RareQ is all about. It helps us, the AI robot helps us to trade crypto in the sports and both in the futures market. You understand? Now, RareQ was designed to trade, and it was also designed to compensate team builders when we started. Okay, it was designed to appreciate team builders. Okay, but I think this should be the 5th year of RareQ. RareQ started since 2021. So now I think RareQ had new board of directors, and they feel that before RareQ rewards you than your team. You understand? RareQ rewards you than your team. But now RareQ said, okay, they want to start rewarding on a Lilian activation, meaning you get rewards when you register someone under yourself. You get your rewards. Now, RareQ is saying that, okay, as you are growing, this new system is also designed that as you are growing, if people are also following you to grow, those your Lilian, if they follow you to grow, or your team, if they follow you as you are building Lilian, if they also build Lilian, as in that way, registering 20 persons under themselves, RareQ will be rewarding them based on if you are in elite advisor and you have built up many elite advisors, RareQ will give you more rewards. Before, in the old system, if you are elite advisors and you only have one, maybe you're a V2 or you're a V3 and you only have one V2, your earning from that V2 will be small. Just like you're a V4 and you now have only one V4 under your team, your earning from that particular V4 teams, the V4 team, will be small. But now in this system, if you're a V4 and you have another V4 under you, RareQ will be giving you more rewards. So I want to believe that this new plan will also favors team builders, those that build with their team. It will favor those that help their team to build. As you are growing, your team should also be growing. So it's not before that you say you want to open your account and register another account under you and start doing raise this one to V2, raise this one to V2. No. Now in RareQ, if you are into the system and you have to inform someone, please use your link, your personal link, to invite the person to RareQ instead of creating multiple accounts. You understand? Try to get your 20. You understand? And if your 20, if they can get theirs, everybody will be growing. Because Royalty rewards, they don't reward based on your team depth. They reward based on the surface. Those your direct. Okay? So that one is for the activation. But Royalty was designed majorly. Royalty was majorly for trading purposes. Royalty was designed majorly for trading purposes. That is why you will see in the other system, as a team builder, you can just relax. You can just relax. Whether your team members are trading or not, as far as they're activating, you'll be getting rewards. But now in this system, you will be more concerned that if your team members are trading well, if they know when to enter a trade, it's not about even dropping signals. At least when you see a signal, you will know that, oh, is this signal good for me to enter? Or let me just wait. So that is the knowledge we are saying that all our team members should have as a trader. Because everybody now, we are now traders. So that is the knowledge we are saying all members should have as a trader. So I'm going. I'll share my screen now. Please, if you are following, please use the chat box. Just type 3. If you are following, please use the chat box. Just type 3. So I'm going to share my screen. I hope you can see my screen, okay? So this is the app. This is Royal Q app. If you click on the 24 change, you see coins that have done well. If you click on it again, you see coins that have done poorly in the last 24 hours. Okay? So before Royal Q did it that before, even if you see any signal, like let's go to our channel. So this is our channel. This is our channel. So let's see, and we are advised that once you see a trade and it's like 10 minutes past, you just forget the signal. So even if you see a trade, by looking at the chart, you should be able to know that if you will enter or not. So like look at this signal now, rare. So let's see rare. So you already know where to search. So let's search for rare. So look at this coin. Please, like I said, using different time frame to look at a chart is very important. So you can see on 4-hour base, this coin came down to 0.0466. And you saw the as it was going up and it had a massive pump. So this kind of coin now, you see it reached 0.0736 and it started falling down. If someone gives me this coin as a spot signal, I will not enter it. To me, I will not enter it. It will be, if supposing this trade was like this now, if I see it and this person is telling me to enter at 0.0468, and I'm looking at it, this coin came from 0.0618, and look at it has gone down, gone down, gone down. It has retraced down, and you can see the green started going up. Then with this, I know that yes, the green has started building. I can enter it at this spot. But not when there's a massive pump again. And you are not telling me to enter this coin at this kind of price. So without even indicators, looking at the chart, I will not. So let's think go to 15 minutes. So you can see 15 minutes. 15 minutes, you can see that this coin, if you enter it in spot, you know that this coin, the last candle is green, red. The second to the last is red. The one that is currently now is also red. So this coin is likely to be going down. So when you see this kind of signal, it's not that you must enter. It's not that you must enter every signals. There's some signals you will see looking at it. That is why in Royal Q, before you start any trade, you must see the charts. That is why we have also encouraged that please let's take our Monday's Zoom serious, the technical analysis where they explain most of these charts. You understand? When they explain most of these charts. So you can see, if I see this signal now, for me, I will not enter it because the last candle 15 minutes is red. The current one is also red going down. So you see, with this now, I will not enter this now. I will wait for another signal. So it's not a must that because of you have USDT, you must trade at every time. There are some time you wait for markets to retrace. So when they are down well, and you have started seeing momentum. Momentum is like, look at this green at 0.05. Look at another green. Look at another green. So in the past 15 minutes, in the past 45 minutes, the momentum of this coin has been on green. So if you see it here, the past 15 minutes, the momentum has been on green for the past 45 minutes. Then you can enter. So please, you all do well to understand this chart where if you are attending our Monday's Zoom, our technical analysis. So please, and please, you need this knowledge because morale will always go down when you enter a trade and the trade dips that you have to wait. But if you enter at this down part and this trade is going up, you will get your 1% or 2% or 1.5% profit and you leave the market. So that is it on the chart. So you click on create and you click on create again. Okay, I understand. Now it will also take me to those that are joining us. Those that are joining us. Let me go back. Look at, if you click on your mind page and you click on my strategy settings. This is the page you are supposed to save all your settings depending on your capital. So if you are joining us today and you have not set up your trade settings for your capital, please save them here on this page. From mine, click on this my strategy settings. When you click on it, you will see add it now. So I will do two. Because of time, I will do two. Then I will explain what margin configuration is. You understand? I will do two. I will explain what margin configuration is before I will now answer our special guest to continue from where I stop. You understand? So he's also going to be talking about more on trading. Okay? So we just want everyone to be familiar with the functions of the robot and how to easily, when you see a signal, you can easily enter it, whether sports or futures. You can easily enter it and make your trade profits. There are some persons that always get their 2% daily. Once they make 2%, it's not about you over trading. Some persons will just say they just want 2% daily. And once they get it, they wait till the next day. Crypto market is always open 247. So it's not that if you trade today, crypto market will not be available tomorrow for you to trade. So applying principle is number one. You must be principled. If it's 10% you want, if it's 2% you want, once you get it, you calm down. and always check. There might be like 5-6 signals in a day. You must not enter everything. If you check and see that this coin is has been overbought, and you are still seeing the signal to enter it for spot, what are you doing? Do you want to, now when it starts going down, will you be patient to start waiting? So most of the Zoom we'll be doing now is for you to know when to enter a trade so that it will avoid waiting time. Okay? So number one, you seeing a signal, checking it, and you entering it is not the time that you start setting your margin configuration. Like I explained, margin configurations are orders telling the robot that, okay, when this coin starts dipping, when it starts dropping, reducing in price, buy some quantity of the coin. Remember, this margin configuration helps you to make more money, because if you are into selling bags of rice and you start a trade, maybe you bought one bag of rice at 80,000, and if in the next 1 week bag of rice is not selling at 65 and you go and buy it, you know that you buying it at a cheaper price, you will make more money. You understand the profit you make. If that rice now, if the price of rice increase to 70, that one you bought at 80, you cannot sell it. But the one you bought at 65, you will sell it and make profit. So that is the importance of you using margin calls to trade. Is the major basis why which Royal Q was developed, margin configuration. So for you to set up margin configuration, it works with your capital. You understand? Okay, let's say your capital is $100. Okay, let me do for 50 and let me do for 100, because for futures we'll be using that of $50 to trade one future signal. You understand? So let me just do this safe settings. Maybe let me just do for spot 50 and $100. Now, you setting up a trade settings, you must have in mind that you have to reserve some money for margin calls, because whether you like it or not, you can enter a trade and the trade can still, without looking at the chart, it can still retrace a little. So that is why we always set up margin configuration whenever we start up a trade. You understand? So if you're, maybe for instance now, remarks, look at remarks, you can leave weeks type, leave it steady. Remarks, it's always good to put remarks so that when you want to start a trade, you will know which setting is which. Okay, so we can say spot $50. Okay, that is a remark, spot $50. So if we say, okay, let's start with 15, or let's start with 20 as our first buy. So you see, you have $50, you want to assign it to a signal. Hello, please, if you are following me, let me see you drop 4. Let it not be that I'm talking to myself. Are we together? Okay. Is it only 3 people that is following me? Please, if you are following the class, let me see you drop 4. Okay. Okay. So someone said he joined late. We are just starting. We just introduced what Royalkey is all about, and we are talking about the margin, saving your trade settings for your trades. So this is the first thing you do to save your trade settings, depending on your capital. You understand? Depending on your capital. Okay. So for the purpose, me, I'm going to enter a live trade on this Zoom. You understand? I just have like 10 minutes more to round up before I call our special guest. Okay. So we'll do 50 and I'll do I'll do 100. Okay. So if we use first buy as 20, the spare USDT will be 30. Please, for those that are joining us, you need this class. You need this explanation I'm going to give you. That is why you will tell you that sometimes when your robot starts saying error like your spot, you see one error that your spot has closed, your trade has closed because of insufficient. It doesn't mean that you don't have money again. It means that the robot have used your money in the trade. You don't have spare USDT again. So look at this setting now. You are saying first buy in amount $20. Now, once you activate these trades, the robot will use, out of your $50 in your Binance spot, the robot will use $20 inside to convert it to the coin, the name of the coin, to buy that coin. So the robot will use $20 out of your 50 to buy the crypto, and keep everything will be in your spot wallet. Now remember, your $50 you as your capital is now floating, because $30 is spare for margin call. $20 has entered the trade. So in the next 2 minutes, you cannot come back and still expect $50 to be there. $20 is already inside a crypto. And you know crypto, the lifestyle of crypto, it goes up and it comes down in value. So once you start a trade, your $50 can float down. The total balance there in your Binance will always float up and down, because of you have started a trade already. So what this first buy-in amount means, that you are telling the robot that use $20 first from my Binance, use $20 first from that my $50 capital, use $20 first and buy this coin. Remember, you are buying the coin because of the signals is saying that this coin will increase. So the signal will also tell you that, okay, take 1.5 or take 1.5% whole position take profit ratio, or take 2%, or take 3%. Anything the signal in these settings, you can just put 1.5. Remember, before you start a trade, you will be able to edit this whole position take profit to what the signal came with. So if it is 2%, 1%, 1.5, you cannot edit it. Okay, now your first buying amount is 20 and you are left with 30. Now you want to do 30, you want to do the lowest. You can use $6 to buy margin calls. You can use $7. You can use $8. You can use $9. You can use $10 and above. You understand? To buy margin calls. You understand? So we have 30. So if we say let's use $6 to buy margin calls. So what you just do is, how many six will you get in 30? So 30 divided by 6, you get 5. So our margin call limit, we can set it as 5. So what you are doing is that, okay, robot, please use $20 to start the trade for me. Reserve $30. And I want it to buy this $30. I want it to buy margin calls for me 5 times. So now it will not take us to margin configuration. That is the page you tell the robot how to handle the trade you are in when the price is going down. So I will click on margin configuration. This page is the bedrock of Royal Q. This business you are doing, this page is the bedrock of the business you are into. You see this left side. If you calculate the default is 3.5 plus 4 plus 4.5 plus 5.2 plus 8. So you see, with these settings like this, 25.2, it will cover a dip. So if I start a trade now, and that trade reduce below 25.2, maybe that trade has gone down by 30.5. The trade is now on minus 30.5. You know that this my coin, if this is the only trade I'm trading, I will not make profit again. So I want our new members to understand it. If I start the trade now and the trade I am in, the trade I just entered now, maybe after 2 days is showing minus 30. Remember, what my remaining spare USDT, that is $30, could cover is 5 margin calls. If the robot bought all the 5 margin calls finish and the coin now still reduced from 25 to 30, know that I will not be expecting some profits. So this to also lecture those that are joining. The robot is not designed, it's not compulsory for the robot to make profit for you every day. It will only make profit for you depending on the movement of your coin. So if your coin dips more than 25% that your capital can carry, it means that if you still want your robot to continue trading to make profit for you, that to continue trading, that is continue buying more dip, you have to add more capital so that you can come here, you can come to this place and increase it. So you see, if I increase it to 7 now, if I go back to margin configuration, I will get 10 and 12. So 25 plus 10 will give you 35. Plus 12 will give you 47. So you see, your robot will resume trading. So that is it for margin configuration, the dip, buying the dip. It means that once the coins is dropping, the robot should be buying. So for this is where I will stop. I will continue tomorrow from this margin configuration. Tomorrow Zoom by 8:30. I will continue margin configuration. So let me tomorrow we'll continue from that. Because of time, we started late. Let me invite our special guest. In the person is my upline. It was through him 5 years ago I came across Royal Q that has changed my life. The house I'm living, it was built with Royal Q money. The car I'm driving, it was also built with Royal. It was bought. I bought it with Royal Q money. You understand? So our boss is in the house, so let him take it up from there. WM, you are welcome.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good evening, everybody. This is Leader OBM. All glory be to God. That made up to Syria kill back then, and it's been a very good journey. Though sometimes everything goes up and down, but if everything goes up and down, and somebody can have a house, built with Royal Q, and have car, bought with Royal Q, and on this side of on my side, I built houses, bought cars with Royal Q. Now, this opportunity is one of the best things that can ever happen to us. And whenever every time that they added something, we always, first of all, we frown at it. There was a time they added, we are only doing sports, they added futures. And our message was, don't trade futures, you will lose your money. Don't trade futures, you will lose your money. At the end of the day, some people started it. And yesterday, there's one lady, they call Aminata. Aminata made over $1,000 yesterday trading futures. I've not mastered the way she trades, but there's a method to it. The only thing is, when we are going towards that way, it's dangerous, but it is achievable. When somebody like that can actually do this, anybody can do it. Now, when I've been able to have a system that I use for trading, because I believe in having a system. There's a system to anything in life. If you can have that system and it's working for you, because depending on only signal has never been my signal from somebody else has never been my um has never been what I always favor, because something can happen to that person. The person can say, okay, I'm tired, I'm not giving this people again. Or you can say, oh, I'm giving you free, come and be paying for it. You understand? Something can happen to the person, God forbid, he might pass away. You understand? Another person might not be in the mood then, you know. There was a meeting I was supposed to be right now. I'm not available for them. You understand? So anything can happen. Then, okay, if that happens, we have to be waiting for the person. You understand? So, and also, if the person gives you the signal and it goes against you, you know, you might blame the person. So the thing is, why not do it to yourself? And in this new competition plan that React is building, it's not only about the big man eating everything again. I mean, the big man, they are the V4s and above. You know, they make the mega box, and people at the bottom, they will be looking at, oh, if you can't get there, so I won't make this big buck. But the company now sees this, and it created this competition plan. There are some people now in the elite, they are making more money than those of us right now, uh, above, principal and above. You understand? But why everybody's still complaining is that there are still some accounts that have not been that they are not been deactivated. They are not in the system. Like I know some of my team now that are V4s. I know two that have been deleted, but in my back office, I still see 5 principal advisors. Now, there's some money that will be hanging in the system that is not dropping now. Then another thing is there are people that don't have good structure already. There are some malpractice they did. I won't want to talk about it right here. Now, when such people are complaining this thing, if you are the type that are built organically, please don't join them. It is always good to build ethically. Like the leader, our leader, George, knows there are some people when we are building, we call it, I give you this person, I give you this person. I want them to move up so that if they move up, I will move up also. Now, instead of me now buying account under George, now the system is seeing George has like maybe 100 accounts. Maybe I'm trying to get George to V5, and I bought 100 accounts under him. But the system is now seeing that this guy, there's nobody trading on this account. But this guy now is in V5. And whenever anybody comes in, he gets his $5. But the account is not trading. Now, if you are the owner of that company, what will you do? You will do what Royal is doing right now. So that now the system want to be transparent and be fair to those people that are actually working. When I check George's account, team is qualified for principal. His account is LD. You understand? So now, the Reaki wants to now reward those that are actually working. So now, it now builds on us now to say everybody in that account should at least know how to trade. Don't depend on any only signal, because anything can happen to that person giving you a signal. You understand? The person might be busy. I know. Okay, there's a leader, this leader in this thing. Please remind me his name. In Benin.
Yeah, Press Jumbo.
No. Your team now. This guy in Benin.
OBM.
Yeah.
OBO.
No
Sniper.
OBU.
Sniper.
Not sniper. He has a WhatsApp. This WhatsApp. This thing channel. He drops it for this team now. Team Digital Gold.
Okay,
This guy
Peter.
in Benin, Peter, yes. Now, Peter, I know Peter is he does build, he build houses. There's
Painter.
he
Paint.
paints this one. Now, if Peter is painting or is on a project, he might not be able to give us signal, right? So now,
Yes.
if we now know how to actually pick signal for ourselves, and I've been doing that. Let me just share my screen. I've been doing that. So when people are complaining, I was still making something. While we wait for the system to to be back up to normal. So what I do now, you can see this trade now. I got it from Sniper, a jumbo. It has not sold. You understand? So, but all the ones I picked, I've been selling on my own. You understand? See. So now, if you can make $20 every day, that's close to 1 million in a month, right? Now, now if you are making $20 every day, and one of the days maybe you lost $40 in a month, and you made close to maybe 560. So if you do $20 every day in 30 days, that's $600, right? And let's assume you lost $200. It's not a win. So now what we want to do is to now be able to trade safely, and this is the method I use. Let me like this one. I picked this one. Look what I did. Let me just I'll go to the chart, and I'll use MACD in the 15-minute time frame. So when I saw this, it has not gotten to golden cross. You understand? Now, I now click create. I went to settings. Then this golden cross now, the MACD. I choose MACD. Now the golden cross now, because it's on top. If you check
Please, sorry. The way you pick the coin, is it anyhow? Is it on the green side or on the red side?
Now if I pick anything from the green or the red, okay, let me just let me find another one. Okay, this dude have not sold. Let me see. Now you see that. Okay, now see the MACD now. The golden cross that I want to get in before the golden cross happened. It's like I missed it, so I'm going to stop this one now. But if I pick it, and the this thing is on top, right? So this one is dead cross. What I pick was short, right? You can see it, short. Now I didn't mean that maybe it's like I missed the opportunity. So now when they now crossed this thing on top, that means above the zero line. What I did is, okay, I went to the trade setting, went to the MACD. You can see now. Okay, I didn't do the right thing. This less than. I'm supposed to pick greater than. Greater than. Supposed to be greater than. I was doing it before this minute got started. So it was supposed to be greater than. So I didn't mean I took greater than. I would have entered the signal. I mean the trade. You understand? So
What you're saying, can you just start a new trade as if you want to
okay.
just start a new trade?
Okay. Let me find a new trade. Any trade, I can pick anyone. Let me pick ban. Now this one is not defined, right? It's not defined. So I'll go
Okay.
for another one. Magic. Not defined too. So I'll be checking till I get one that is that fits what I want.
When you say
You
it's
know?
not defined, what do you mean?
What I want is I want, okay, like this point now. This point. Huh? Okay. Okay. I don't really know how to navigate this into to maybe to use a pencil. This point that the golden cross happened, the
Yes,
death cross happened, death cross. You know, it dropped, right?
yes. The
Now,
golden line.
right now, I'm not seeing anything that can make MACD to happen now. Anything, whether golden cross or dead cross on the current candle. You understand?
Okay.
So it's not so what that's what I call it is not defined. So
Okay.
I will not waste my time. Before I will just do this in I will just do the golden cross on and dead cross, for the this I will now go. But I want the trade to happen in no distant time, right?
Okay.
uh That's why I'm looking for the one that will fit what I want. This one is not, it won't fit also. Fun, you know. So this one will be doing for a while. Now, if I now get sometimes I get 10 or 15, I'll now do all of them. But I'll now what will now happen is that my margin call, the first margin, I will put 3%, because if it peaks, I don't want it. I want to buy, because I'm going to be maybe looking for like 20. Now, if one or two or three now peaks, I will now pause the rest. You're getting it. I'll pause the rest. Because I don't want to, because of my capital, sometimes I don't want to involve a lot of coins. It's not defined. I don't want to. I'm looking for the one that maybe that is coming down or underneath. I
Okay,
hope you
you
are
mean
getting it, George.
the golden line, right?
Okay, now this one now. Let me not use this one, because this one can now be golden cross. Because if it cross underneath, it will go up, right? That's
Okay.
golden cross. If it's
Okay.
on top of the zero line, if it cross, that's golden cross, and that's dead cross. It will now dump.
Okay.
So I will now, let's create. Now there's a setting. I name it Sam UK. He gave me the setting. Sorry.
Okay, can you just open it? Let them screenshot it. Can you just open the
Uh,
settings so they
but
can just
you might not use
screenshot
the
it?
setting, no. You might not use the setting, no. You understand?
Okay, because of the
Uh,
capital.
uh, One capital. Your capital is different from my own capital. That's the one guy
Okay.
used my capital, and he had less capital. He went
Okay.
into trouble. You understand?
Okay.
So with your own knowledge about settings, you can now tailor their own setting to their capital.
Okay.
I will tell you, I'm not that good in trading, but I have a system that I'm using to trade. Now, after it buys, I can change this one to 1. You understand? But because I want to trade a lot. Sometimes you can even say 90. You understand? So when he buys, because I'm going to now set up like 10 or 20 coins. So if he buys, he will not buy the margin call. So let
Okay.
us know, from that 20 now, you now pick like 3 or 4 or even 10. But I will now be looking out. Okay, I will now be doing one coin at a time. You understand? I will now leave the rest. They might sell. I'll put it in cycle. If they sell, right? If they don't sell, because I'll only involve $5. You understand? It's either it sells or it dumps. But if my first call is 90%, that means it will not. It will not come down.
Not
But
by
another thing
not
is,
by the margin call.
another thing is you must be. Why I'm going to use three this is because of the liquidation point. This thing, you understand? The liquidation price. So
Price.
it's better
Okay.
use three. It's better use three. If you use 90, when you get to liquidation point, you will lose your money. So it's better
Okay.
use three. So don't use this thing if you don't have big capital. Don't use it. So I'll now go to no, okay. This is the, you understand. This is the strategy setting. So I'll now go underneath to MACD.
Okay.
Now this golden cross by default, you will see this. Now is the this under the MACD? Is it you are looking for? Okay, it's golden cross. That means if it's under, that's less than zero. This is greater than zero, less than zero. That's
Okay.
where I want you to buy.
Okay.
You know, let's check again. You can see less than zero. That, you know, it will soon buy it. So
Okay. Since the golden cross is the golden line is less than zero.
less than zero.
It's
So
under.
I'll press activate. I'll press activate. You understand? So
So this one
I'll now go look for another one.
is leverage. Is five S leverage.
5x, yeah, 5 leverage. And the first buy is this guy. The first buy is is always $5.
$5. Okay.
You know, if you divide this by this, you know,
Okay.
sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just increase it to it. You understand?
Okay.
Uh-huh. So that's what I've maintained. $5. Just come in with $5 first, whatever your capital.
Okay.
So you cannot tweak it with your own knowledge about setting. You understand? But this thing,
Okay.
don't over trade. Don't
Okay,
involve too
this
much
one is
capital at the
for
beginning.
long. So what about the MACD for short? How will the candle, how will
Okay.
the golden cross present itself before you can short a trade?
It will be on top. Let me let me see. Let me see this meme. Oh, this meme, they want to delete it. Let me know. Let me not go there. So I'm looking for the one that is above. You understand that
Okay.
the dead cross. That's what we use for short. So that's how I'll be looking at it, checking till I get one what I want. Because I want you to sell quickly. Now this one can be short here. This one.
Okay. Because the
So
the golden cross is on top.
on top, yeah. So short. Choose the setting. And this one I'll change it 180. You know, 5x,
Okay.
five leverage. Uh-huh. You know, is on top, right? So greater than zero.
So that cross is greater than zero because the
Greater
line
than
is
zero.
greater.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But sometimes we can have dead cost on less than zero. You know, can still
Okay.
happen under. Uh-huh. So that's how I'll be setting the trades. I think that one the other one I sold. You can see that's sold. But don't be tempted because you know if I put $200, it will sell. I'll make more. But don't be tempted to do that. You understand?
Okay.
Don't be tempted to do that. You know, until you have capital. If you have $20,000, you can do that. You understand? So, but if you have little capital, you play. You know, with your capital. or you trade around your capital. You understand? You know how you do risk management. You can teach them how to, Now this one also, let's say deep. Why not deep? That's short. This one has been so greater than zero. Have I not? Okay. I think this one is on before.
It's on.
Mm. So I'll just be checking like that until I get what I want. I think we all understand that.
Please, if you don't understand, you ask question or drop your question on
Ask
the chat.
questions, don't understand though. But there are some coins that are stable. The stable coin like we do say. Some people do put them on cycle.
What about
Like
this?
this,
What about this one now? This chart,
it's not
BB,
defined.
BB.
It's not defined. It's not defined. It's not defined yet.
But the golden cross. Okay, because of the golden.
Is that
Why is this one not defined?
Here now? Here now. I don't think it will cross anytime soon. It will take
Okay,
longer time.
okay,
We can set it, but it will take a longer time
okay. To pick. Okay,
to
okay. I
happen. Yeah.
understand now.
I
Because
want the
it's
one
like
that
on the
will
parallel
that
line.
will
Okay.
uh, that will before I sleep. I want you
Okay. What about this
like this
one?
one now. You can do this one.
Okay, this one now you short it because
Short.
that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got it now.
Okay.
Mm. Is it greater than or less than?
It's greater than.
Yeah. So you don't get an greater than zero. So I believe we've got it. You can see it peaked.
Okay, it has peaked immediately because okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Uh,
And your take profit is always 1%.
it's only 1%. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we
1%.
have question.
Okay.
Let me just read
You
it
have
out
question
for
on that?
you. So
Mm.
anytime the golden cross is above, is to set
Yeah.
to long. When it's below, is short, right?
No, if it's above, you are shorting. If it's below, you are longing.
You are longing. So leader Tom, when the golden cross is above, you are shorting, not long. When it's below, you are longing. So when it's below, you are predicting that it will go up. Okay. Okay.
So if you can do this all day long.
Okay. Leader
You
Florence, I
understand?
think Leader Florence also has a question. Leader
Okay.
Florence, because she told me she did the video of longing and shorting at the same time. So the two trades now
Uh,
peak. So one was
yeah,
not in profit. So she was answering me. I said, okay, let her wait. When you on the Zoom, she can answer you directly.
if you are using that, you are guessing. You understand? Or you are just setting trap. But this one, I want you to pick in the near, in no distance time. You understand? But if you are doing that, I've tried that before. It works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it goes against you. You
Okay.
understand? Uh-huh.
Good evening.
Then,
Good evening, OBM.
good evening. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so delighted to have you today in our Zoom.
Yeah.
I
Welcome.
watched you of a $5 first buy and then 5x. So I
Yeah.
entered the dot because
Okay.
I know a little bit about the dead cross and golden cross. So
Okay.
I entered a long trade and a short. So
Mm.
after a while, the short trade peaked and bought all
Okay.
the margin. I think when
Okay.
he bought like margins, it started going up. So I started seeing profit. But one thing that got me confused is that am I to off one of the this thing, because one picked before long, the other one picked again. Is it advisable to off? Let's say when the short picked, I should go and put off the long. Should I put off
Yeah.
the long?
Yeah, it's advisable to put off one when one picked, because your capital, you have to be considering your capital.
Okay.
Because market can change against you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, now the
But
person
you
that
don't
gave,
feel,
that gave us the
what if you now go and close, long, and market now started going in that long that you just
Correct.
closed?
Because
I don't want you to involve too much in capital now. That's the thing. Yeah, if market now goes, you can actually do that, but it's always your decision. You understand?
I noticed that the long sold, but the short is still
Mm.
remaining, and it's buying the margin call.
Okay,
Okay,
the
like that's
long,
why I said
the
you are.
long has closed.
Yes, the long have closed in
I know the
profit.
last time you showed me the long was in floating loss and
Yes,
the short was in profit.
yes. Now the long closed and the short is on now.
That's why I'm teaching you this one. When you are doing both, you are guessing. But this one, okay, you know the direction, and if you do it, you know it will peak. You know this on time. If you've not missed it, but if it have left, you just on pause. You don't on pause and go for another one. You got your pause and go for another one. This one is better. You understand?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is
This
there
one
any
is
Thank
other
better.
you.
question? You know, this I want to answer this. Some people might be answering that you put 1%, but in futures
Mm.
now, once this your unrealized profit gets to 1%, it will not say. Does it mean that 1% means 10%?
Yeah, in futures, if you use 10x, 1% actually 1% is 10%. If you use 5x, 1% 5.
Okay, 5%. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
Then
is there any other
futures,
thing we
this
need
thing,
to
the
know
trade
on
is very
this?
fast. It's very fast. If it goes against you, it's very fast. It will, if it goes in your favor, it's very fast also.
Okay. So like this trade you enter now with 5x, can we see the liquidation price? How safe it
Okay.
is?
And see the triggering price.
0.11.
Now see the
0.113.
it's very far now, right? Hey, yes.
Your battery has gone on. You didn't charge your phone. Okay. I think we have lost the OBM. Let him charge his phone. So why he boost it? Let's get more question. So Leader Tom said it means you just select and set up many coins, but you do not activate the trade. You only activate when it's near trigger. No, Leader Tom, it selects all those things based on the MACD golden cross. You understand? And he activates it. Then he will now observe once one or two, depending on the capital he has. If his capital can take 2 trades, once 2 is activated, he unactivates or posts the remaining trades. He can look from, go through all the coins one by one to know the one that the MACD, if it's for short or for long, knows the one. So once he has gotten like 10, he will activate all. But you know MACD, they will not start immediately. So it's not that you will just activate the 10 and you go to sleep. No. You must make sure that before you go to sleep, 2, once at least, depending on your capital, if your capital can accommodate 3 trades or 2 or 1, once it's peak, that one, you pause the remaining 9 trades. If it's 10 trades you were able to find through with the MACD, the one that's golden cross or dead cross. You understand? If it's for long or it's for short. You understand? So you know when you activate MACD, it's always an indicator. So it's not a trigger price of a market price. It will not start immediately. You understand? It will wait until that condition is met. So once any trade, if it's only one you want to trade one at a time. Once any one peak, you pause the remaining trades. You understand? So that is it. So Jude says, good evening, everyone. This is my first time on Zoom. I understand a bit of spot trading, but don't understand anything yet about futures trading. So Jude, you are welcome. You are welcome. If you're on the group, we have our futures group. You understand? For you to understand what we are saying now, you have to watch some videos. You understand? You have to watch some videos. So if you join the group, there are some videos you have to watch on the introduction of the features. You understand? So what our leader is doing today, he was just telling us ways we can start up a trade. The MACD was talking about, it's something we have, the indicator we have used on the spot trading. So most of us are familiar with the MACD. We also have our Zoom recording meeting where we explain what MACD is. So if this is the first time of you hearing MACD, please go to our YouTube channel, Team Digital Gold, watch the video on MACD so you understand it. They say no knowledge is a waste. More you get this knowledge, more you enter trades that will sell, that will not delay you, that will not make you wait 2-3 days for a trade. You understand? Because if you don't pick a good coin at a good entry price, it will delay you if you are trading spot. But there are some entry you will see after you have confirmed the indicator, you will see that this entry is sharp. If you enter it, it will give you profit faster. So that is what leader OBM was talking about. Okay, leader OBM is back. Okay.
Yeah,
Leader OBM, you can. Okay.
yeah. The other phone has that's where I trade, but
Okay.
the battery is low, so it's off. But you cannot get the logic now. You can get the logic now.
Hey, leader OBM, someone asked a question on the group. He said, are both usually greater than zero for both debt and golden cross situations?
No, there will be some time, but for now, when it's dead cross, is always above the zero line. If it's golden cross under the zero line, so for dead cross, it's greater than zero. For golden cross, less than zero. So for the golden cross, it is long. For dead cross, it's short. That's just the
So what the person is saying here, if maybe the golden cross and the dead cross, you have to put it greater than zero because the line is coming down from the up.
yeah.
Okay, then when it's golden cross is lesser than zero because the line is from the down going up.
There's a video by Samsung, the dollar seller. You can get it and
Okay, for this golden cross. Okay, maybe I'll get it and post it on the group.
it really did a very comprehensive job on it. It was even there that I got this. Before I would just do like the first lady that of the woman that first had that question. That's what I was doing before. But I got that concept for me, and it's working.
Okay. So is there any other question for our guest speaker, leader OBN? Is there any other question? I think there's no question. Leader OBN, thanks for joining us
Welcome.
today. We are
You're
really
welcome.
grateful having you on the Zoom.
Thank you.
Okay,
It's my
so
pleasure.
thank you.
Yeah. God bless you.
Okay.
Thank
So please on this on margin configuration, we'll continue the spot on margin configurations tomorrow by 8:30. Please, what we are saying that all our members must know how to trade because that is that is the major product of Royal Q, of this business, is to trade. But Royal Q, in their sense, started rewarding team builders. So we came here first for the trading aspect. You can see the result of leader OBM making at least, even is an average of $20 daily. If you make an average of $20 daily times 30 is $600, and you know it's more than 2 million naira a month. So it's a good business, because no knowledge is a waste. That's why we are saying, please try and always attend Zoom meeting. Okay, Lucy said your video initially said not to change the default MACD settings, be it dead or golden cross. Okay, leader Lucy, I'm
Yeah,
going to get the
yeah.
video. So I
When I first started to when I first started using it, that was the knowledge I had. You understand? I was using the default, but right
okay.
now, the knowledge has been refined. So we learn every day. There might be somebody here that will even refine this now. You understand? So I'm really looking for somebody that will even make it better. So that now, if everybody has this knowledge, that means you don't have to wait for leader George or leader Peter to give you signal. Just look for it and make your money. That's what we want for every team member. Now, whatever your capital. So now later now, leader George will now talk on help us get this. Okay, I have $50. How can I trade and make money with this? You understand? Tailor to your own capital. Uh, Maybe you can now teach us. So I don't know everything, but what I know is this that I've given, and it can also be refined. But the thing is, we want a system to trading that works. That anybody that's coming to your team, just give them just a simple video to watch, and they apply it and it works. With that, you just see that without any stress, your team is just growing. Because if you can make between $5 to $20 every day, you can see how much you can make every month. And if that is what you are preaching to people, uh, they will, you'll be okay. They'll be okay. Before you know it, you are a team builder without stress. You understand? So that's how I do my team building, and that's a very simple way to do it. So make money, share the opportunity. If they like, they join you. If they don't like, continue to make your money. One day they will just knock on your door. I want to get started too. So that's
Leader OBM, I have one question. This trade you just entered on the Zoom now, did you
yeah.
have to change it in your Binance to isolated, or it's on
No,
cross?
I isolate every coin. No, before you start, isolate every coin.
Okay, you
I
have
don't
to isolate all coins.
all coins. Yeah, before you start, you will spend like maybe you can spend like 2 or 3 hours doing that. So if you want to
Oh,
do futures, it's deliberate. It is deliberate. You have to be deliberate. Because if you do cross and you do multiple coin, if one liquidate, it might affect the others. If you are doing multiple coins, unless you are just trading one coin, but it is advisable for you to isolate all coins. There's I have the coins I can share with you so that you don't know how to write it out. The first time we did it, we wrote it out everything, and now started doing one by one.
okay, we have the list of the coin. We'll just
Uh,
repost it on the group.
yeah,
Okay,
proceed there.
thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Okay. Okay. So for those that are joining us for the first time, you are all welcome. Please kindly get back to the person that invited you to this Zoom, and to get started. The business, as you can see what you saw there is trade results. Some days he made 151, some days he made 20, some days he made 5, some days he made 50. So there's no limit on the profit, on the trade profits you can get depending on your capital. You understand? So it's a business we have been on since 2021 and we are still here. The trading aspect remains untouched, and it's not even untouched because they have modified it. There are so many functions they have added that made it to always stand out. So ARQ has been developing, improving the trading aspect, and they added indicators. This indicator we are using now, when we started in 2021, there was no MACD indicator, so it was added. So it's a business that you should give a try. You understand? And always don't stay stagnant. Not that you start with $100 and you remain in $100 capital. Always try to increase your capital, because the more increased capital you get, the more trade you'll be able to, the more margin calls you can buy for your trades. If you are trading futures, the more confident you will be when trading futures, because futures is, you need to have capital. You understand? So that you'll be confident. When you are confident, you'll be able to trade your futures well. Okay? So I don't know if any leader have anything to say. I've said tomorrow we have Zoom by 8:30. Still on a practical Zoom where we'll talk more on margin configurations, because margin configuration also helps in both in the futures and in the sports, because it also gives sub profits while you wait. You understand? While you wait for your trade, your trade can be running for 2 days, 3 days, but you are making sub profit because of your margin cost settings. So do we have any leader that want to say one or two before we end today's Zoom? Okay, since we don't have any question, once again we want to appreciate our leader OBM, for joining us today to share more light on how to enter future trades. And I also want to appreciate all our members for finding time to come to the Zoom. At least we are almost 450 in the team, and we have 19 here. I believe others will watch the recording, because no knowledge is a waste. Don't say because of you came today and the number is 19, you will not come. Most of people, maybe because of network, so most people network threw them out, but I believe they will watch the recordings. So once again, thank you all for joining today. So we'll see you tomorrow by same time, 8:30 p.m. Nigeria time. Please don't come late, because it's a practical class. When you come late, you must have missed some vital information. So good night once again. Good night.
Good night, and thank you, the WM.